from TL2532 17 minutes ago. Only a fool goes digital.
Oh, that's deep.
And if I seem a bit agitated, yes.
Welcome, everyone, to the Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Geeb Gaming. For this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also become a member of this podcast and eventually get podcast content every single month. And I didn't last week, but I promised at some point there'll be something really cool for you guys. I have two things planned. One thing definitely going to happen. Another thing probably going to happen.
And the third thing that's 100% happening is the trash video for members.
And the trash video for members. Drip signed himself up to edit that one and post it for members. So thank you, Drip, for signing yourself up for that.
I will. That's fine.
But how you doing, man? Good Wednesday to you. Before we get started with the main topics tonight, which is going to be, and I'll list them right off the top here, EA was sold to Saudi Arabia. Game Pass, or should I say Xbox, is out of their goddamn minds again. There's an update to the saga. We'll update you. And the main topic for tonight, virtual games on Switch 2 is a freaking mess, man. But first...
Or is it?
Or is it? But I forgot to get music for this Beer of the Week this week, but we're going to do the Beer of the Week segment again.
Oh, look at you with some credit, dude.
I'm just pulling out Fred the Star here.
Before you get yours,
I'm
going
to
go
you
first because I'm not fun.
Okay.
I forgot. I did bring down the last two Coronas I had. I only have two left, so I kind of did this one while we were setting up for the show in the pre-show. So I do have an extra one here. This is for the show. I will next week go get something fun. I meant to tonight. I didn't have time. Ran out of time. Actually, I forgot. I was already way too close to home, and I was like, it's gonna be Corona tonight. I will get something fun next week. I promise. So, what do you got?
I have with me. I have three examples to show you because this is a Twisted Tea pack, and right here, the one I already drank is the hard tea peach from Voodoo Ranger Brewing.
Voodoo Ranger. I know that name.
Hard charged tea. The peach is delightful. It's has a little bit of a chemically taste, but as you can see, I already devoured it, so it's fine. This one, it's the first I've tried this one. This is delicious, by the way.
This is the lemonade.
Half and half lemonade tea.
Half and half. It's Arnold Palmer.
I'm not a fan of. Fun fact about me, I don't like all Arnold Palmers. I avoid them because I love lemonade and I love iced tea, sweetened or unsweetened. I do not like it when you combine them. It doesn't work for me. It does not work for me.
I love lemonade. I dislike tea, especially sweet tea. I think sweet tea is like the worst thing ever.
I like all kinds of tea. I like all kinds of tea.
You can fight me. I don't care. Sweet tea's terrible. I love lemonade, and I think those Arnold Palmers are great. I love even whatever, just a regular one. It's great.
Yeah. And later in the show, I will be opening this, and I'll give you a live taste test when I do open this eventually.
Just
not tried this one yet. This is just my favorite tea is peach, but a close second is just lemon tea.
I can take a good lemon tea.
Lemon tea is especially
lemon iced tea.
Like actual tea, not iced tea, but actual tea. I love a spritz of lemon. It's a refreshing, delicious treat. And I can't wait to try this Voodoo Ranger. Shout out to our friend Paige, who bought these when she came over to the house last weekend.
Nice.
And she left them. I don't know why she did. They became mine. I appreciate it, Paige. This is delicious.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah. But yeah, so there's the Beer of the Week this week.
That's cool. And you know what's awesome about bringing back the Beer of the Week right now? We're in the best time to go buy new beers because we're pumpkin season, baby.
Oh, we need
October's
pumpkin
here.
Sound. We need Oktoberfest sound is what we need. That's what we got right now. We're limited on the sounds right now. Speaking of bananas, what an insane thing that happened this week. EA was sold to who, Drip?
Saudi Arabia, some company in Saudi Arabia, but I guess the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is involved in this as well, along with somebody else. I can't remember. It's another big name that you would know, and it's not good. None of this is good.
No. So let me tell you the only thing I know, at least I think I'm correct about this, about Saudi Arabia. apparently during one of, I don't know which politician, because there's a long history of corrupt politicians in Chicago. If you don't know about it, there's a rabbit hole you can go down. There's a lot of Chicago politicians currently in jail. And one of those politicians basically sold the entire city of Chicago's parking. So anytime you go to a meter and you pay for parking in Chicago, that money does not go back to the city. It goes to Saudi Arabia. For some reason, and it was like a century long deal, or like a half century, like at least 50 years, if not longer. Basically, Chicago's losing out on a ton of tourist money from the parking in the city because of one corrupt politician who profited from this sale to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that's why he went to jail.
Tried to profit.
Well, yeah, now he's in jail, so he's probably not getting those profits anymore. But that happened, and that's the only thing I really know, at least I think, about Saudi Arabia. So if that gives you any idea of the morality of this sale, they were involved in a scandalous sale once before, a huge one, the whole entire parking of city of Chicago. So this is probably not a good thing. Here's something that I learned about this sale, Drip, and this is kind of we're not going to dive into this too much tonight. But basically, here's two things. Reportedly, they're going to cut right off the bat. They're going to cut like 20 billion with a B, $20 billion of, operating costs of the company. They're just going to
trimming the fat.
They're trimming 20 billion of fat. But this sale was 55 billion. This is basically half of the company's valuation. They're going to trim the fat off of. They're cutting flesh too, boys and girls. They're cutting the flesh too. It's not just the fat.
That's a limb.
They're cutting and apparently they're going all in on AI, whatever that means exactly. I don't know.
Which means they're gonna have it. I mean, it's just gonna make the games that they pump out that are shitty even shittier. I imagine, with more bugs and more issues, and not. I mean, it's yeah. Jeff says it best. In the chat, that means garbage. It's going to be garbage. It's just more garbage, just like, I mean, hey, the guys who pick my trash up here will love it.
Right.
They love garbage.
They're all over this deal. They're driving their ass to Chicago as we speak in their garbage truck. They're on the highway going 40 miles an hour to get to Chicago in a garbage truck.
40. Really pushing the limits at 40 miles an hour too in a garbage truck.
Garbage is flying out of the truck. They're going back and getting it.
It's insane. I mean, it sucks because this is like, one thing we just saw come back, NCAA football. I'm like pumped about that. I'm really pumped. I don't give a shit about Madden. Like, I don't care about a lot of EA stuff, but like, dude, they got the Star Wars games, the Jedi games, man.
Question. I'm sorry. I have to ask you this. I haven't asked you before because I have not played the new and improved version of EA Madden or EA college football. Can you play as mascots? Can you have a full team of mascots versus mascots?
I have no idea.
Because I did play college football back in the day. I don't know who owned it, what game it was. It probably was EA. I don't know. But what I do remember is I could play as my Penn State Nittany Lions versus some other like the Florida Gators. I could do like the mascots versus every play. Yeah, that was my favorite part about that.
Well, I know at Mountaineer Field, they do say "Sweet Caroline." Eat shit, Pitt.
Do they actually say it in the game?
They say it in the game, yes.
That's funny.
It's in the
That's
game.
funny. That's good. That's good.
Yes. So
I just want to ask. That's the only thing I know about college football. But yeah. Interesting. What do you think the side effects of this is going to be, Drip? Because you mentioned something interesting in the pre-show about this. In terms of like people may have backing out, as a result.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
this.
that's it. Yeah, I did say that. That's something that I wonder what the contracts are with like the NFL and NCAA. And it's not even NCAA, it's college football. The NCAA is not even on it now, I don't think.
Right.
But yeah, the college football, like all those contracts, like this sale, and there's got to be something in there. Because who else is EA? The
Star Wars games.
LucasArts. LucasArts, they've got a contract with them. I mean, it's not an exclusive thing anymore. Obviously, we've got Star Wars games from like Ubisoft and whoever else coming out soon, but like, I mean, do you pull your license at that point? You're like, no, we're not doing this AI shit. Like, well, that's not what we signed up for. Is that something that they're going to be able to do? I feel like that may end up being the next conversation we're having with all this. Because they've got, and I don't know if they have to okay it with these companies before they make this sale. I feel like that's got to be somewhere in the deal. Like when you're responsible for all these licenses, all these IPs, all these different things that you're making games for. I mean, I don't know. Does somebody get to say, no, we're not okay with that? Or is that something that they've just already signed their rights away on? And how far does that actually go?
Man, if you asked me, I would say that there's a contract where they can't back out no matter what, barring very few things, and this is probably not one of them. Probably a sale is probably protected in a contract, especially EA's probably this has probably been in the works for years. My guess is this didn't happen overnight. It's $55 billion. These things don't happen overnight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, this has clearly been, this backdoor deal. I mean, it's announced now, but yeah, it's clearly been going on. This is no, you're not going down to the grocery store to buy some gum. I mean, this is
right.
This is a big deal.
Right. So my guess is there's protections in the contract that for this specific thing and other things, I'm sure that we don't know of. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen of it yet. But my guess is for, this is something that could happen. This is something that could affect EA more in the coming months or years when there's new contract talks or things need to be refreshed.
Re-up because this shit's going to get even worse.
Yeah, I mean, if they're cutting $20 billion, guys. Now, this is this is like Twitter information. So the AI thing and the $20 billion is just stuff I read off of Twitter. I don't know if it's true. Again, so this is not I'm not reporting anything. I'm not a reporter or a journalist. We're just discussing things that we saw. It would be interesting to see if that happens and then what the fallout might be. But we're not going to learn about that for probably months for the minimum, probably more like years. But something we are going to find out about immediately. Something Something we're going to find out about immediately is how many people are going to be removing their Game Pass subscription because good fucking Lord Drip. Are you I didn't play this sound earlier. I wish I would have played this one earlier for the EA Madden talks, but anyway. Good Lord Drip. Let's just start with this. If you want to pay the most expensive single-player online experience for Nintendo, it will cost you $50 a year. That is the Nintendo NSO expansion pass. For one person, is $50 for a year. Okay? Let's move on to Sony. Sony, the most expensive plan. I don't remember what the name of it is, but we'll just call it the PS Plus maxed out.
Like Sony's Ultimate. It's not Ultimate. It's shit. I don't remember. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Sony's most expensive is $160 a year. That gives you online access for the year. That gives you online access plus a bunch of game drops every month and access to games that you will have access to as long as you're subscribed. It's a good deal. So 160 for what you're getting,
but it's good. It is good.
It's a good value. I was on it for multiple months. A few months that I needed to be on, and then I kept it for months after because I enjoyed it. There was games I was getting playing. I
dropped
enjoyed
it down to like the basic tier at this point because I
have nothing at the moment
that much anymore.
I only multiplayer games I'm playing PlayStation right now are just the Fortnite. Is like Fortnite. And the games I was taking advantage of that Sony subscription, I've already finished. So like I don't really need to go back and play them. So basically, I'm just rocking nothing right now with Sony. But 160 is a good price. It's more than Nintendo's, but it's a good price. It's
still
good.
Not crazy. Yeah,
it's a good value.
Crazy.
It's a good value.
Yeah. Okay, tell me more. Tell me about Microsoft.
So Microsoft's old plan was for their ultimate, Game Pass subscription.
It was just Game Pass Ultimate. That's what it was.
It was $15 a year. People were touting it as the best deal in gaming.
No. It was $15 a year.
I'm sorry, it's $15 a month.
I say that's crazy.
Silly me.
20. I thought Ultimate was 20.
Whatever.
Is it 15?
I thought it was 15. Who knows? Probably
we'll say 20.
Okay, so it was $20 a year.
$20 a month, not a year. If that was the case, we wouldn't be having this conversation. $20 a month.
I'm gonna restart here, Drip. So welcome to the show, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Microsoft was $20
it was 15 in the beginning a month. Okay, Jeff says it was 15 in the beginning. Recently, it was just from what they moved it to where you're going was 20 though. So yes, we went from 15, then somewhere back there they changed it to 20, but that was their only tier. That's the thing that we had to remember for this too. That was their only tier. It was just you could just get
and PC Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I'm building up the worst build-up of all time to the fact that Microsoft's Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass now costs per year $360, essentially doubling the price previously. Now for reference, because it was a long time between because I'm stupid and couldn't speak words. Sony's is $160 a year. Half.
Nintendo's is 50.
Nintendo's is $50. $360. And your entry level console is over $400 at the Series S. Which is not as good performance as their main console. Unlike Sony,
$1,000 a grand or more.
Well, reportedly it's $600 for the base handheld. So last week we talked about this, but the base handheld, the least is I think it's correct. $600 is a reason because it's not as good because the $1,000 one's the one you're gonna want. That's the one that's gonna. Right. That's like next gen, right? That's actually if you buy the $600 one, that you're basically getting like a little bit better than Steam Deck quality. And at that price, just buy a fucking Steam Deck for half the price. So the $600 one's not the one you're gonna want to get. It's the $1,000 one Xbox handheld. That's the one you're gonna want to get for $1,000. Microsoft, can we even rip them even more than we already have? Let me go on a quick soliloquy, okay? Last week we did this already. All right, we already did this last week. I'm not doing it again. I'll just say this. This is just more fuel onto the fire. They are taking a kerosene lighter fluid bottle, 3 gallons worth, and just shoving it all over an open campfire.
I just put the link to the pricing in the Discord. Go ahead and pop that up so people can see it. It's hilarious. Honestly, it's absolutely hilarious. Like the things that they are trying to do, just hit join up there in the corner. Yeah, there you go.
So let me read this. So the essential is for the first month is $1. They do this a lot, but if you've already redeemed that, you can't do it again, as far as I know, because I've taken advantage of that before as well, and they wouldn't let me re-up for the same dollar. Anyway, $9, $10 a month gets you all this. You can see on your screen. I'm not going to read it all, but that's the essential pass. You're probably not going to want
games. You don't get full Game Pass anymore. That's the thing.
Okay, so they're stripping it back. They're stripping it back now.
Games, but you get them on console, PC, and supported devices.
Okay,
so then you're getting that you can stream games, you can do the online stuff. The next one,
premium, $15 a month.
Yes. Then you're getting 200 games, also Xbox console.
What a value, Drip!
And supported devices. So that means like streaming, like you can do the streaming stuff, right?
Yep. And then Ultimate is $30 a month, and what do you get with that?
So that's when you're going to get basically your full Game Pass. What you had as Ultimate, you're getting that for now $30. I do believe they're adding, it includes EA Play and Ubisoft Plus Classics. And this is actually cool. If I played Xbox, I might actually be interested in this just because it would save me the money because I do the Fortnite crew, which is $11.99 a month. They are including Fortnite crew with that, with your subscription every month. So you'll get all the battle passes, 1,000 V-Bucks a month. That's cool. I mean, if I gave a shit about Xbox or played on Xbox, I'd probably be cool. Like, hey, that's a good idea. You can earn money. You can earn up to $100 in rewards over the course of a year. You get League of Legends benefits in game, Call of Duty benefits. I mean,
let me say this because Jeff brings up a really good thing. Jeff, good to see you, man. Jeff says essential is what Game Pass Core was, and that was $60 a year. And there's no pricing on that for here, so we can only assume that it's $120 a year now. So yeah, the essential currently is $120 a year.
So that's doubled in price.
Essential, and here's what I want to mention as well. All of this seems like basically what Game Pass has been sold to us as is what that ultimate plan is. That's what the when they talked about Game Pass as the idea, first party day one games, play Xbox, Game Pass. The idea that was sold was what is currently known as Game Pass Ultimate. That is $30 a month, but they're stripped. So what they're doing is making 2 tiers that are less than that. So they're stripping away what Game Pass is by significant margins and saying, well, you can get these versions, heavily stripped away versions of what the idea was that was sold to you to begin with.
Yeah.
But you'll save some money.
Mm-hmm.
That Game Pass sucks now.
I mean, I don't know if it sucks, but $30.
No.
You're-
It sucks.
You're really getting up there with 30.
It sucks because it's too expensive, not because the service is bad.
I mean, $360 a year. You get a lot of stuff with it, man. You get a lot of stuff with it. I'll give them that. If you're in the ecosystem, I mean,
You
I guess,
fucking
but like,
better. Who's
Yeah,
spent?
I mean,
Listen,
better.
besides us content creators and people who just have money to burn, who is spending $360
What's their
on
cheapest console?
Drip,
What is
I'm
the
asking you.
Xbox
I'm asking you a
Series
question.
S cost?
I'm asking you a question. Who is spending $360 a year on video games? Who's not a creator or somebody who has money to light on fire? Who's doing that?
I mean, no, they're pricing everyone out. They're pricing the normal guy out for sure. Anybody who's like conscious of how much money they're spending on this stuff, yeah, they're pricing everyone out. I mean, how much is the cheapest Xbox? What does the Xbox Series S go for now?
Well, remember last week we talked about the price increases.
Yeah,
so
I can't remember what it was.
So I can show you right now.
Like
Give me one.
$340.
No, more than that, dude. It's over $400. So
Series S.
a Series S now costs
Okay, it's $400.
$400.
You're basically paying the price of the cheapest console they have every single year just to play on the cheapest console they have.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you could play on the Xbox Series X if you want to, but at that point, I mean, my God.
For
You're
$600.
Yeah, you're in $600 plus 360 more just to have the service.
Hey, Drip,
dude.
I just want to remind you the Game Pass is not exclusively a cloud service game, and I don't know what the base Game Pass includes in terms of cloud, but it's notable to note. Notable to note
The cloud, I'll give
that the Series S base model is only 512 megabytes.
You can stream. You can
I know
definitely
you.
stream.
I know
in
you
the
can
Essential
stream.
too.
I know you can stream, but to what extent and the games that you want to play is TBD whether
you
or
can
not.
Play stream games, including select games you already own. Not all games you already own. Select games.
It's stripped back. The point is that it's stripped back, so there's no guarantee that the game you want to even stream is going to be available to stream. So my point is that you're going to need storage, and the base model $400 Series S that's worse than a PlayStation 5 digital version and the same comp but worse because it's less performance is only giving you 512 fucking gigabytes. For $400. The only one that's worth a damn is the Series S 1 terabyte, and that's going to cost you $450. And before I get off my soapbox here, Drip, we didn't mention this last week, but Sony's not out of the woods with this yet. Sony, as I learned recently, has updated their PS5 digital. Well, actually, they updated all their PS5s. There's new models.
Yes, I watched Austin Evans' video.
I did as well. So there's that matte black now instead of glossy, whatever.
I love the way it looks.
But the big issue I'm having, and I'm sure you remember if you watched the video, is that they now have reduced the storage capacity.
Yeah.
So shrinkflation, guys. You know when you go to the store, actually, man, I'm gonna run and go get it right now. Hold on, 1 second.
Okay, you do that. Yeah, I will give him this while he's going to get whatever he's going to get. The PS5 it does have less storage, but I do like all the matte. They got all the shiny off there. I love that.
Can you see this right now?
I do see that.
Shrinkflation. So this is a very visual thing. If you're not watching, I'm sorry, but look at this thing. Okay, this is Downy scent beads that you put in your wash machine. Why does this matter? Shrinkflation, boys and girls.
Yeah, get a bag of Lay's potato chips.
Look at that. No, dude. Look, but Lay's makes sense because they need the air to cushion, but you're right. There's shrinkflation involved with that.
There's a bag this big and there's this much. Dude, no.
They need air. No. My point is
I get it, yes.
My point is that they need air. This does not need.
They don't need that much air.
This doesn't. This actually makes it more likely that they're going to break. Look at this. Had not been opened, folks. Not been opened. Brand new. Not been touched. Look on the inside. You see where it's light? That's all the empty space inside. You see where it's dark? That's the actual scent beads. Look how much is empty in it. So shrinkflation, boys and girls. And that's what the Downy scent beads are doing. And that's also what Sony is now doing where their PlayStation 5, they're reducing the costs. They're reducing the weight, which also is reducing costs because there's less materials that they have to produce, which costs them less money. And they're taking away your fucking storage.
Yeah, that sucks. That was the thing. I was like, it's right on the
I'm
box,
on one,
too.
right?
And they don't say a word
right now.
about it. They don't say a word. And it's same price, less storage. So, yeah, I don't know. Listen, these companies, they're going to do what they're going to do. This is not the last time we're going to talk about it, but it is the last time we're going to talk about it tonight. Let's move on.
I'm mad. I'm so mad.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
You know what I'm not mad about?
Virtual game cartridges on
Just
the Nintendo
kidding.
Switch 2.
Just kidding. I'm fucking furious with that too, but for different reasons. So this is a segment you're going to drive to because you made a video today, and multiple people have responded as well. We're going to get to their comments on this, but I want you to kind of drive this segment because I've also spoken enough at this point.
Okay. Well, okay. If you haven't seen the video, go watch it, obviously. But the basis of the video is I realize that it's been a while since I've done an update on my all digital life that I wanted to live back in. We were talking about this back in 2022, man, or 2021. I don't know when it was. I think it was 2021. I decided I put out a video maybe early or late the previous year that I was going to do this, that I was going to go all digital.
Yeah.
I'm selling my games. Like, people in the community were buying my games, and I would use the money that they bought the game with to rebuy the game digitally.
Even your Zeldas. Right?
Even the Zelda. I got rid of everything. I got rid of everything. Every physical game that I had for the Switch, except for the exception of we have an extra copy of Animal Crossing. We have there's a few other. We got Spyro, a bunch of stuff that my kids play, like their games, the ones that are like their actual games. Kept those, and then my Mario 35th anniversary, whatever that was. You can't get that now. I only have it physical. I wish I had it digital. But I made another video about 6 months later in April of that next year. 6-month update, but I haven't touched any of this since then. Haven't talked about any of it really on my channel, except for just kind of mentioning it. But I'm 4 years in. 4 years in at this point, almost, to going all digital. And that's not just on the Switch. That's literally everything. I'm all digital. I don't have a disc. I don't have anything in my house like that. I don't have a thing that if you gave me a disc, I don't have a thing. If you gave me a DVD, I don't have a thing to play it in this house.
I'm watching again. This is before. I'm currently rewatching again The Next Generation on DVD, via my PlayStation.
I can't do that. Can't do that. I'll tell you what, the only DVD player I have is in my Honda Pilot, because there's a little fold-down TV on the back and a DVD player. I think
physical media versus digital media as a concept, not just video games, but as a concept, is an episode topic I think we should cover. I know it's not necessarily specifically video games.
Yeah, the whole thing.
That's a concept we should cover, because you're somebody who's all digital, and I'm somebody who is trying to resist and is currently reducing. I'm either moving down on my subscription plans or even canceling them altogether in favor of just buying physical media or watching the physical media that I already have. So that's an interesting episode for the future. Just keep that in your
we should talk about that. I do like that. But bringing it back to just the Switch, I did make a video today. I talked to you about this on the phone twice. Yesterday before I filmed the video, and then we talked about it again the day before. We talked about it prior to that the day before, and I told you I was going to make this video, and that's when we decided we were going to do the podcast about this as well. And
before you continue, I'm going to do a quick review, like I already promised, of this hard cider. This hard iced tea lemon from
I know it's going to be good.
Voodoo Ranger.
The other ones were good. This is
the hard tea. I'm very excited to try this. So let me give this a little sip here. You know what, Drip? They did something to this one. The one I just finished, the hard tea lemonade, that this tastes better than just the lemon. I think the issue, there's too much sugar in this. It's a little too sweet. Almost tastes like lemonade already. Whereas this one has more tea flavor coming through in addition to lemonade. So actually, I think I prefer Voodoo Ranger's hard tea half and half over just a plain lemon, because I feel like the lemon flavor is more prevalent in this one than this one. This one tastes more like sugar. I don't know. Just my 2 cents.
Well, okay. So I'll tell you this. Where were we at? Oh yeah, I decided to do the video today.
Yep.
Hang on 1 second.
Do. I need the Jeopardy music when you got notes there? There you go.
Okay. So, video was mostly about what it's like now to do it. And we're going to talk about that. I want to get into all that stuff about what it is actually like now. If you are somebody who wants to do this and like the problems that we have, that's going to be the big meat of this. But I want to say, for anybody thinking about doing this digital thing, like, there's a few things you're going to run into with this. One is going to be the fact that you are probably going to be you're going to end up spending more on your library in the long run. You probably are. You're not going to be able to get any money back for that ever. It doesn't work like that. They have to stay. And yeah, you're going to be buying storage to keep all those games on your system if you want to keep them on. Those are things that if you're okay with all that stuff, the ease and just the function of having all your games in one place all the time, not having to worry about carrying anything else with you, no other case, no other, I need to grab this thing and put it in and do that. You don't have to do any of that stuff. If that's what you want and you're willing to give up those because those are the only things that you're going to have to give up.
Right.
If you're cool with all that other stuff, do it. Like, just do it. It's so nice because if that's the thing you're chasing is that I just want ease. I want to take this.
Yep.
And just this. I don't want to take a bunch of other shit. I'll take a charger. That's fine. I just want to take this. That's the way to go. And it's nice. It was easier and harder in the Switch era. Things have changed in the Switch 2 era. There are a lot of extra variables that go into that now that we're going to talk about tonight. The first one I want to talk about, we'll bring this up, is probably one of the reasons that people are even thinking about switching to digital in the first place. And it's game key cards.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make any sense at this point. The collectors who are like, I want it on the cartridge. I want to be able to have it for my collection because I want it, not because I want it on the shelf, but because I want it in 10 years and not have to worry about it. Like, okay, patches, fine. DLC, okay. But I want the game. You don't even get that now. You get nothing. Right. You literally have to download the entire game onto your system. And now, not only do you have basically a digital version that you don't get a digital key card for, but now you have another piece of worthless plastic that you have to carry around to even be able to play the game that is fully installed on your system.
Mostly worthless plastic.
Yeah, it's mostly. It's the key.
Because you can sell it. That is important because people are going to already. There's already angry commenters on this, and we're just going to.
And that's fine. And that's the thing. If you want to sell, you don't even need to be in this conversation anyway. Because if you go all digital, you lose the ability to sell. If that is something you're worried about, you're not in this conversation.
Yeah, anymore. If most of the games you play are being resold, and you know you're that person, you're not thinking about that. So
don't go. Yeah, digital's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah,
because it's not going to work for you.
I keep majority of my games that I buy. I do sell the library. I do sell some, but not most of them. Most of them I keep, and that's why I was kind of on a teeter-totter fence here. You know, I was on a seesaw, and I ended up going up to all digital. I'm not all digital, but I did end up going mostly digital.
Close. You are close.
Yeah, I bought Donkey Kong. That's all I bought so far, physical. I'll be buying Hyrule Warriors. I'll be double dipping Hyrule Warriors.
We talked about that.
I'll be double dipping on that. But not just because we have to, because Nintendo makes it how we have to. Miss Geeb and I are gonna play a game at the same time. Yeah, and we're gonna have to double dip. I'm gonna have to buy Switch 2 for her when that comes out. She's gonna need her own Switch 2. I have mine already, and we'll have to double dip. We're gonna spend a lot of money in November. Holy shit! You are.
Well,
good thing I'm making more money now.
We're gonna get to that part of it in a second too. Because they've taken stuff away. We need to get to that part too. But, I mean, again, if you're somebody who wants to resell, yeah, of course, digital's not the thing. That's not the thing. So, I feel like with this game key card thing, a lot of the fight against this whole digital thing, kind of going back to the game key card thing, is you know, well, then, you know, you're digital. You got to spend all that money on storage, especially now that the express cards are so much. But like, you're buying game key cards. You're not only buying game key cards, putting an extra step in your way to playing the game. You have to get the little key to put in to play it. Now you're also spending money on the storage that you were going to have to buy anyway.
Yeah, and it's expensive right now. If you've been living under a rock, you need to have a micro SD Express, which is a new kind of technology that is not what you had before, and is, you know, your old micro SD card is not compatible with the Switch 2 for games. So you have to buy the new formatted storage. And like, if you're listening to this episode in like 3 to 5 years, you're not worrying about this because micro SD is going to be Express is going is went way down. But for some reason, listening to this in the future, it's going way. But if you're listening to this right now, then yeah, it's way more expensive.
You want to know a secret?
What's that?
I haven't bought an SD card yet. I still don't have one.
I did, and I didn't need to. I have like four. I'm
shuffling games in and out. I just have not done it yet.
Go to Walmart and get the one that's like
now. Listen,
no money.
I'm already doing it. But I have a full video planned around that, so I'm waiting until I do that. I'm gonna buy everything because it's the on brand, the ONN.
ONN, the on brand, yeah.
But I'm gonna buy everything that Walmart has on the on brand for the Switch too, because there's a shitload. There's a bunch of it.
So Can I be featured in that video? I'm going to be featured because I've been using that on card for a long time, and I feel like it'd be good cross promotion. Cross promotion for the show, you know?
We'll bring in.
I'm Geeb. I've been on the channel before. I do the podcast with Geeb, and I've been using this little guy right here for the past 6 months.
Yeah. It works. It's good. It's a card. It's great. It works. But so that's the thing. You're getting the storage either way at this point. Like you have to get it. So
yes,
if the I want it on the shelf is not a thing for you, like you don't care about that, like if you're that I just want the game on the cartridge, you're not getting it. For a Nintendo first party, you could do a hybrid system still. Hybrid system still makes work. That makes sense. That's what you're doing. You're buying Nintendo games that are on the cartridge, and then everything else you're kind of doing digital, right? That's basically what you're doing.
For me, I was not tuning you out, but I was half listening, so I was thinking about other things. But yes, for basically every game I purchased so far for Switch 2 has been digital, with one exception, Donkey Kong. And going forward, but not all first party. We're probably going to buy, I'm going to buy, like I mentioned in the pre-show, I'm probably going to buy the double pack of Mario Galaxy. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm part of the problem.
You're the problem.
Only because Miss G hasn't played either game. And I do want her to experience both before the movie comes out, as well as likely Mario Galaxy 3 coming out next year. Yeah, we'll get to that in a future episode.
Next week. That's next week's episode for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't think about it before that. I will not. Okay. But yeah, but I'm buying that digital. I'm not buying that physical. Not every first party
system. Yeah, that's my point.
I'm doing hybrid, but way favoring digital because, like you mentioned earlier, I don't have the Switch with me, but basically here's my Switch. This right here, I take with me. This totally a Switch 2, not a MacBook 2015. A Switch 2 with an Uncle Geeb sticker. I wish I had still had the merch store. I don't. This Switch 2, I want to take with me wherever I go. And I don't have to worry about cartridges. Now, I will worry about some. I do carry around with me my Savage Raven case or my Satisfy Grip case, that has the game card storage in it for both of those. Both of those hold like between 10 to 15 games. And that's as many as I'll ever have for Switch 2. Yeah, I can't imagine. Because I'm only going to buy like Zelda games that matter most. Well, actually, I'll buy all Zelda games physical. I'll probably be double dipping on all those. I'll buy Mario that matter most physical, with few exceptions. I'll be buying physical. So not much more than 5 to 15, right? Lifetime. So yeah, hybrid is a good way to put it. But honestly, I'm more digital than hybrid.
Yeah, okay. I think the hybrid thing works for most people. I think that's probably the best way to go for most people, because there are circumstances, like you're saying, where you want it. Like you want the thing. Or if there's like a collector's edition and there's a bunch of extra shit you want.
Or if you found one on sale for physical.
Yeah, or you got one cheap, and you just got, and that's fine. I don't even look for that stuff because I don't want to have to deal with it. Do you know how many cartridges have been inside of this?
You mentioned in your video that edited 0.
This is a virgin Switch. Virgin. Okay?
0 penises has entered any orifice on that Switch.
No cartridges have been inside of my Switch. None. Ever. And it will continue that way. This is the Virgin Mary of Switches.
It's also beautiful, by the way. It's not sponsored today, but Savage Raven
today. Yeah, it does look good.
Savage Raven has that beautiful special edition. I love that thing.
They do sponsor me, and this is a sponsor of today's video that I put up. So if you want it.
Yeah. Not this podcast, though. They're not paying me to say that, and I'm going to bring it up.
We're not talking about that now. Anyway, so I want to get, that's the part of it, like if you're going to do it and you're thinking about it, those are the things. Like those are the big things you got to think about. They've changed some stuff, though. The way that this works, the way that it works now and the way that it worked on the Switch 1 they're the same, but they're also, they're different. It's hard
Hey, Drip, are they very same, but
They're
very
same,
different?
but they're also very different. They're very same, but they're very different. They took away stuff. They took away certain ways that we could do things. And one of the ways is the way that you and Mrs. Geeb did multiplayer games on one cartridge. Now, I don't want to get into the specifics of how it's done. That is for another time.
One digital copy, not cartridge.
One digital copy, yes. Not one, yes. One digital copy on 2 switches at the same time. Correct?
Yes. So just to,
that was possible to do.
Yeah, you brought this up, so I'll just quickly mention that last generation Nintendo promoted this. Even this is not a hack.
It was on their website. They had they put it on their website. Told you how to do it. Yes,
it's not anything that is nefarious. This is Nintendo promoted how to do this. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah,
they changed it now. But back in the day, Nintendo allowed anyone who bought one copy.
Dude, back in the day, it was a year ago. It wasn't even a year ago.
Back in the day, quote unquote, Nintendo lets you buy one digital copy of the game and allowed to be shared on any system in your house that had your account on the system. So then if you were, as long as your Nintendo account who bought the game was signed in to any Switch anywhere, not just your house, but anywhere, that person who had your account signed in on their Switch was able to access your copy of the game digitally. And in fact, you were able to play at the same time. So for example, I'll use Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment coming up in the future. Not anymore, but if the system was how it was then,
way that it worked,
we would be able to buy one digital game, and Mrs. Geeb and I we would be able to play that game, not multiplayer online, just simply at the same time. We'd be able to play the same digital copy of the game at the same time, and no longer is that the case.
Right. Now, there is another wrinkle that I have to mention since I didn't want to go into it. We're into it. So there is a wrinkle. Now, the way that this works is the Switch that Mrs. Geeb is playing on, that is considered in the system to be Geeb's account's primary Switch.
Correct.
So that is why she can play on her account on that Switch, but it only works on that Switch.
Yeah, I can make it very simple. So you basically already said it, but let me just clarify it. So Mrs. Geeb's Switch was my primary Switch. Now, this system is dead. There's no need to explain it because it's already dead. But how it used to work is Mrs. Geeb's Switch was my primary Switch, and my Switch was Mrs. Geeb's primary Switch. So that means that the games that you purchase for yourself, it doesn't matter whether you're playing on a primary Switch or not. As long as you're signed in, you're good. But for someone else trying to play your digital library, they could only do that on the person who bought it, in this case yourself, primary Switch. So I did say anywhere, anybody, anywhere, but with the caveat that, like you said, if that person anywhere has not only your account signed in on their Switch, but also their Switch is technically your primary Switch, it was just a technicality. All it was a button press. Then they could play your digital games.
Okay, so that's gone. Whole point of this conversation
that's gone.
is that is gone. They've taken that away. And there's no other way around that at this point.
No, the virtual game, virtual digital games. Yeah, go ahead.
And they took it off their website.
Yeah, they did.
They were like, no. That didn't happen. Don't look here. Don't look here. They're like, no, that
didn't
happen.
Motherfuckers.
So that's gone, which sucks. That sucks. I will say that sucks bad because that's the one thing that you guys had that was really working well for you. You could play the same game at the same time, which is not a thing now. Now you guys have to buy 2 copies if you want to play the same game at the same time.
Yes, if we want to play the same game at the same time. It sounds stupid to say, but because you're like, well, of course you do, Geeb. If she wants to play a game and you want to play a game at the same time, well, obviously you'll need 2 copies of the game. That's just, yes, but that's not how it used to work, folks.
Yeah, and Nintendo promoted that, and then they took it away.
Yeah,
I think something that Geeb told me the other day kind of justifies what he's saying here. Is if they wouldn't have had that system in place in the first place
and promoted it,
the fact that it doesn't happen now probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's like, yeah, okay, 2 people want to play the game. You have to have 2 copies of the game. Okay, but they gave us, that's the thing. They had the thing that they gave us, then took it away, and then they introduced virtual game cartridges.
Yeah.
Now.
And framed it as an improvement.
Well, okay, and it is in some cases. And this we talked about this. It is in some cases. And honestly, the more and more I think about how to use it and in my situation, because obviously I made my last how to share digital games video before the Switch 2 was out. That video needs updated badly because there are lots more things missing from that video that need to be in a video. But the way that works now is you can have up to 2 Switches, which totally fucks me anyway, because I don't have just 2 Switches in my house. I have at least, at bare minimum, 3 people who want to share these games. So you can only have 2. But the virtual game cartridges work as if they are just regular cartridges, if you don't know. I'm sorry for the people who do know. Just got to explain this a little bit. They work as like, ghost cartridges. They can go from that Switch to the other Switch, and you have them in your little system. And if you put another Switch in your system that has your account on it and you want to get a game, it will ask you which one of these other 2 Switches that you have right now do you want to kick out. So the problem that we've run into with this is that
in your house,
in my house, yes, in my area, what we're doing here, my 9-year-old doesn't play as much anymore, and if she does, it's like Fortnite when we're all playing Fortnite, and that she doesn't even play it anymore. She's got her phone now. She's doing Roblox, and that's her thing, which is fine. It's fine. The younger one still plays Odyssey, still plays Mario Kart 8. Still plays a lot of stuff. She plays Peach, Animal Crossing, and the 9-year-old will also play Animal Crossing too, but we also have an extra physical copy of Animal Crossing. So we're good there, no matter what. So I have taken the place of my 9-year-old in our 2 Switch system. But it did happen the other day when we were driving up to Pittsburgh, and she realized, oh shit, I don't have any of these games on here, and I can't get them right now because we're driving.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, yeah, damn, that sucks. So that's an issue, and that sucks. But the way that I used to do it was I would let them play on my account. I would sign in on their Switches, and then, of course, it's not the primary Switch, so they can't play the game on their account. They'd play on my account.
Right.
But what I would do is I would go in, and I would go into the saves, the settings of the saves and stuff on my account and just turn cloud saves off. So nothing they did on their Switches affected my actual cloud saves for mine. And they don't care. They don't care about cloud saves. It's not like we're getting 50, they're not changing Switches over. They're not losing their Switches. They don't take them that many places. So that worked. But then it was kind of nice. We had this little system and they could just play the games on their own accounts and have cloud saves and do all the things. But it just has muddied the waters a little bit with all this. And it's made it harder for us to share games and do what we're trying to do. I just
and you're nothing crazy. You're nothing crazy over there. You're simply
that's what I'm saying.
We'll just say a family of 3 because that's all that really matters in this context.
Yes, yeah.
You're a family of 3 with 3 separate Switches that want to play games, and you're the father and two daughters, and they want and. I believe this, maybe a Nintendo would indeed disagree with me here. And maybe some of you out there who are assholes, but for the rest of you who are not assholes and me, you shouldn't have to buy 3 copies of the game for one household.
No, like Jesus.
And in fact, you bought 3 Switches, so they should be like, thank you for buying 3 of our consoles. Of course you can just buy 1 game and share it because you've already purchased 3. Because back in the day, when you bought one copy of the game for 1 system, back in the day, you only had 1 system because it wasn't handheld. I mean, yes, Game Boys, technically Game Boys you did need, but, you had to buy. We're not talking about that. This is a home console.
Different.
It's a hybrid. It's a new day. It's a new day.
We're in a different generation of things at this point. This should not be the way.
In my opinion, especially what they're charging for games these days, which is a whole nother argument, and there's probably a whole set of other people that disagree with me about this too. But especially what they're charging for these days, for fuck's sake, you buy 1 copy of the game, digital or physical. In my opinion, doesn't matter if you buy physical, they should give you an option to be able to download it on your other systems at the same time to play with it. In a perfect world, we don't live in a perfect world, but just for the digital argument for how it even used to work, you buy 1 digital game, you share it with your family in your house. That should be the thing. And you as a father shouldn't have to buy 3 copies of the game because you already bought 3 fucking Switches.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's more to this too. Jeff just said something. In my opinion, virtual game cards is a great system for some people. If only they'd make it opt-in instead of forcing it on everyone. So
you mean how they announced it and made you think
it is kind of opt-in, and it was totally opt-in until the Switch 2 came out. It was totally opt-in. And honestly, if you do it right, it still is opt-in. Let me explain that to you. So again, I can take myself out of that whole thing and let those two other switches be the two. It'll just check the internet for games every time I go on. That's annoying, but that's a workaround. The problem is, I found this out when I got the Switch 2. When you go to re-download games in the eShop, or you know when you go up to your little name up in the top corner and it shows you re-downloading the big list of games that you bought? So you used to just be able to hit re-download right there and it would just start re-downloading on your system.
Pause, how it should be. If you're trying to re-download, if you should be able to access a list of all the games you've ever purchased digitally and scroll through that list and go, oh, Jetpack Joyride. I want to download that game for my Switch right now. That doesn't exist on Switch. I'm just thinking about it. Click, download, done. Don't want to think about it. There's just it's the list of games I've purchased.
Right. That's what should happen.
Yeah.
That is not what happens. Not anymore. It used to do that.
Whoa.
Now it redirects you back to that little new thing on the home menu for virtual game cartridges. Redirects you there, makes you.
Can you press the button if I seem a little bit agitated? Yes.
And if I seem a bit agitated, yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So it takes you back there. And now here's where it fucks me up because I'm the one who has been out of that 2-switch system. So it's like, okay, you want to download a game. You need your virtual game cartridge in your system to download it. So who do you want to kick out? So now to download games, I have to kick one of them out. Now I can download all my games, re-download all my games, then go back in on another Switch and kick myself out again and put those two back in. But that is absolutely fucking ridiculous that I have to even do that.
If I seem a little bit
so
agitated,
stupid.
Yes.
That is so fucking stupid that I have to do that. Okay. I want to talk about your fix.
I quickly want to point this out. There's no way this wasn't intentional. It wasn't like an oversight.
It's totally intentional. They sell more copies of the games. Look at the price of they're fucking greedy. They're greedy.
They're complicating the system that once was to this new system intentionally to get you to
sell more copies of
to get you just to buy fucking more games instead of worrying about how to work the system.
We didn't sell enough copies of fucking Breath of the Wild or fucking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Animal Crossing. Like we didn't sell enough. Let's force them to buy more. Because a lot of people, I'll tell you this, a lot of normies out there who don't know would not be able to work this system the way that I'm working it to make it work.
Are you kidding me? You make your updated video, then it's gonna blow up, and there's gonna be a bunch of people in there being like, "How do I do this?"
That we should not be having to play. It's stupid. It's absolutely dumb. I want to talk about your solve to all of this. We're gonna go there in a second, but I want to talk about a few other things with this really fast. I do actually like the virtual game cards a little bit because I can put most of them just on my system and I can go anywhere and it doesn't check the internet, and that is really nice. Like I really like the fact that there's no issues with that
the
whatsoever.
Concept is great. The concept is
great. I think the biggest thing they're missing here that would probably make me a lot happier in all this is if I could put everybody in my family plan in that we share game cartridge system. Now they do have it, and I didn't mention this in the video earlier because I didn't even remember that this was a thing because I haven't used it. But you can lend your virtual game cartridges out to people in your family plan, which I guess is like one step removed from what I'm asking. Just do it the whole fucking way.
Right.
Just do it the whole way because you're stuck to 7 days at that point, and then it comes back.
You mean like how Sony does it, and I presume Xbox does it too?
Yeah. Right, just play the fuck. Yeah, just like you're just play like it's fucking.
If
stupid.
you bought the game and your account signed into a system, anybody else who signed into the system can play the game.
Yeah.
It's not a radical concept, folks.
So
it's really not.
I want to go a little bit backwards here to go forwards. that's the way I feel about it. I'm still good with it. I'm not going back. I don't think this is a perfect system. I think if they would just open it up to the family plan can share, like that would be better. And we didn't have to limit it to 2 switches. I think it's just stupid.
Yeah, a hot take. What they should be trying to fix. Now I know a lot of people in our community benefit from this. I don't want to say our community. People just pop in to our Discord, they take advantage of it and leave. But that's okay. We're helping people. That's fine. I don't mind helping people. But what they should be limiting is what people like our community takes advantage of, which is like anybody who shares an email account with somebody else and gives somebody $10 on Cash App can take advantage of the expansion pass per year. That's what they should be trying to limit.
They encourage that still. They still encourage it.
In my opinion, they shouldn't be limiting game sales. That's bullshit because that's affecting me and my house. But what's not affecting me as a typical American who's an asshole, what's not affecting me is what they should be reducing, is that people taking advantage of the expansion pass, they should make people play. If you want the expansion pass or even just NSO, you shouldn't be able to just throw somebody $10 in Cash App, give them your email, and suddenly have access for a year. That's what they're losing money there. Now they're probably losing more money on games because they know they can get you to buy the games again.
Yeah, and
they're not going to get you to buy.
The crackdowns on the they're going to change it just like they did with the way that you were able to play one digital game with 2 people on different systems at the same time.
Yeah,
they just took it away.
Yeah, I feel like
and then when the price goes up on their online service, they're going to take that away. We're going to have to delete the thing in Discord.
Yep.
Because people are going to be getting in trouble for doing it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Eventually they're going to raise the price on NSO, which I'm surprised they haven't done already. And they're going to crack down on this whole, it's not password sharing. It's just like, as long as you have a way to give somebody $10 over the internet, and have a way to
your email
and let them have your email and plug it in. You get NSO expansion pass for a year.
And by the way, anybody here who wants to do that, we have a place in my Discord that you can
for now.
That. It's
for now.
It's there. There are people always looking to make family plans. It works. It works. We have brought together lots of
That's
families.
where I would think they want to fix first.
You would think,
but they didn't do that. They have not fixed quote unquote that. They're going after, the game sales, getting people. That's just so sleazy, man.
All right, so I want to go backwards.
Yep,
I want to go backwards to go forwards. I had a couple comments on the video I want to talk about.
Sure.
One of them, we're gonna go backwards.
I'm gonna put them up on screen stuff. You go ahead and
what is it? Alphonse Johnson. The only major drawback for going all digital is ownership, which I know we talked about this earlier, and that's a good point. It's a good point. You don't truly own the games. You basically rent them, and it is scary because I don't know if whether or not my digital games will be taken away if I ever get on the internet, despite not having an NSO subscription and I don't play online. Fair. I want to bring this up because, and I think I responded to that. I responded, well, if you're getting game key cards, isn't that the same thing though? And he responded back, yes, it is. And honestly, he's like, I don't even have to deal with it right now because I'm still on a Switch OLED. So like,
right.
I'm just, I said, still, like, your opinion is lots of people's opinions. It's an interesting thing in one side of the coin here. I think that side of the coin is starting to fall away though. And I may be wrong. I don't think everyone is so afraid of these servers just going offline, like your games are just going to be gone. But that is such a out in front thing at this point. Like, I really don't think that's going to be happening, especially to like Nintendo's own games. I mean, big third parties, no, I don't think it's going to happen either. I think these servers are going to be where they are, and if they need to move to a new thing, you will still probably have access to them for a long, long time.
It might be like 30 to 50 years where Switch 1 games start to go offline.
Yeah,
right?
I just don't think this is an issue.
And yes, those of you who are in the prime of the NES, the first Nintendo console, SNES, those games are timeless. And as long as you have the cartridge that functions, you can pop in your system up until the day that you personally die, your copy of the game will still work as long as it is functional or repairable.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Switch 1, for example, those games are going to start going away within 30 to 50 years. It's still going to take 30 to 50 years.
Yeah.
They're going to keep those servers. It's already been 10 years, folks, almost.
Yeah,
They're going to keep the server. They're going to keep those servers up for at least 20 more years, in my opinion.
And Jesus Christ, like look at Xbox. Like we talk shit on their pricing, but dude, look at their backwards compatibility. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how well they do with that. Sony's trying. Nintendo's also trying to catch up with their own stuff on their online stuff, but they're offering it. It's there. Like these
people are already typing.
Die. Not anymore.
People are already typing in the comments, and I just need to before you stop your typing. I'm not sympathizing with big companies that want to own your games and not let you own them more specifically. That's not what I'm doing. What I will say though is this. In 2025, it's October 1st. Happy October, everybody. It's October 1st, 2025. It's already been at least a decade at this point where we have not owned the physical media that we have purchased. In fact, I think even since VHS, since the earliest editions of video purchasing on for home use, you've never, I'm going to say this again, you have never owned the physical media that you bought. You can't quote unquote pirate it, right? You can't burn a copy. Now you could back in the day, you could just like copy your VHS onto another VHS and give it to somebody else, but that has always been illegal. Now how are they going to police that? It's not internet based.
Yeah, you can't.
You never. But it's always been illegal. We're only because we're in the era nowadays where it's all digital and online, connected at all times, and you're probably sharing this stuff online anyway, like websites where you download, like LimeWire we talked about in the pre-show, or like when you're downloading free ROMs or whatever that you're not supposed to do. It's always been illegal. And why has it been illegal? Well, I purchased it with my own money. It's mine. I own it. You don't, and you never have. And it's more prevalent now. It's more prevalent now than ever. That we have never owned our game.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down and get rid of this weird, like, it's mine. I need to own it. Like, you got it, dude. You paid your money. You're going to be able to play it for basically as long as you fucking want. Like, calm down. Like, this big, weird, it's mine. You have to have full, like, just calm the fuck down, dude. Nobody's trying to take it from you. Nobody's trying to fucking take it from you.
That person wants the image of it, but they know deep down that unless they're stupid, that they don't own this stuff. I have a bunch of Blu-rays back there. I don't own any of them. They're all, in fact, if I guarantee you all the copies of those Blu-rays somewhere, it says it's a digital license. That's what it's always been. It's physical media, but it's simply a digital license. It always has been. It always will be. These companies have always owned our ass. They still do. And that's why we're in the big fight, but we're not a political podcast. But for what this is here, we've never owned our games. And anybody's saying it online, they're just uninformed.
And that's the thing. Like, again, I just want to reiterate this. Like, you paid your fucking money. Calm
you
the
did.
fuck down.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming and trying to take it from you. Just chill the fuck out. This whole, you don't own, just get the fuck over it. You don't own them anyway. If they wanted to take them, they fucking could.
I disagree, Drip. I disagree. I say stay mad and put that in the voters' ballot box is what I say.
Okay, whatever.
That's what I say. I know Drip doesn't like that.
All I'm saying
I like it though. Stay angry and put your anger where it's necessary.
No reason to be angry,
going online and complaining about I want to own my games is not doing fucking shit. That's all.
Okay. It's not doing shit, and that's all anybody does. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody, like, cool, dude. You paid your money. Nobody's coming after you. Like, stop. Nobody's coming after you trying to take your shit. Like, nobody's out here like, oh, you wait 2 years, I'm going to take all this shit back, and they're not going to have their game, and I'm going to still have their money. What the fuck does that do for them? Like, let me just go to their perspective of this for a second. What the fuck good does that do them? They've already got your money. Do they give a shit whether you have the game or not? Why the fuck would they come take it? Like, we're just fuck these. No, they want to keep the servers up because they want you to come back and give them more money. for more games. They want to keep it going. Like they're not trying to fuck you over.
It's called basic investment.
They're trying to get your money.
They're trying to keep you hooked like drugs.
Yeah,
kind of like how you always go back to McDonald's because you're addicted to the dopamine that you get.
It's just the whole thing about ownership. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, just play the fucking games. Nobody's taking them away from you. Chill out. All right. Anyway, I want to go to finish this out tonight. You had a really nice idea. Really good idea how to fix this entire problem.
Most of it.
No, it is all of it, because my rebuttal the other day doesn't make any sense, because either way, you have to buy the SD card. Either way, you have to. Whether it's game key cards or digital, like, you're going to have to buy that either way.
All right, so Drippin', I'm on my walk the other day, as I typically am. You know, I'm fat as shit. You would think I would be skinnier, but, you know, I digress. I go on walks a lot, and it helps me think, and it's good for me, but also it's where I plan stuff with Drippin'. We get on the phone. And I'm walking the other day, and I had an epiphany. Now, it's not something I didn't already think of. I thought of this before, but it didn't become as clear as it was then as it is now, that this is the solution to our current problems. Okay? You all know we've done multiple episodes on keycards. I fucking hate them. I can't stand them. And most of the people either agree with me at this point or have caught on and agree with me who didn't initially. I smelled this the second they talked about it. All the people told me to relax. I was not relaxing, and at this point, more people have joined me than are against me. Keycards suck. But there is one thing they can do now. They can literally do this tomorrow. With the next big release they plan on releasing, they can do this. And Nintendo. Not Nintendo, because Nintendo already does this. Nintendo gives you the game, the cartridge. This is not the problem. Until Nintendo starts doing that, then we're talking to them. But we're talking about third parties and who use key cards.
Yeah,
there's something that they can do tomorrow, as long as Nintendo is on board with it and puts in, because this is going to require a patch. You know, it's not like you can't. It's a simple thing. They can simply push out a patch, and within 15 seconds, it could be fixed. Anyway,
God, it doesn't even need that.
Here's the solution to key cards, because key cards, what's so bad about them? Actually, we'll start with the good. The good is you can still resell them. That's the good.
Yeah,
but that's where the good.
It keeps all the advantages of a physical media solution without the actual physical media being on the media. That's where the good ends with key cards.
Yeah, that's where the good ends. Right. Is resell, because everything else about them is terrible, and we're not going to rehash this again. We've done this a million times. The bad is the game's not on the cartridge. You don't have the file. You rely on the internet. Whether that means you rely on the internet to re-download it 30 years later from now when the servers are offline, or you need to re-download it in an area that doesn't have internet. That's a big problem, too.
That is the issue.
That's a big problem.
The internet. Relying on the internet is the issue. Not only is that is the purists who don't want to have to worry about this shit in 20 years, which you probably won't anyway, but they don't want to have to worry about, they want to be able to do, I want to be able to do it in my home, in the dark, with no power. As long as my switch is going, that's all that needs to be going.
Right.
But you have a solution to that.
Yeah, the solution is it's been running in front of our fucking face the whole time. And honestly, the solution would have made us mad at launch, but we'll get to that in a second.
At launch, yeah, we'll get there, yeah.
But the solutions, it's what Sony and I presume Xbox already does. But we'll just reference Sony because that's what I know. I buy Spider-Man 2 last year. I received it as a gift for Christmas. I pop it in my system on Christmas Day. It takes about 20 minutes to download from the disc onto my hard drive. Takes about 15 minutes to do that. It's not very slow. It's pretty quick, especially when we're talking about that many gigabytes.
Yeah,
but that's it. Some people, that's a problem. It's like, I don't want to download my game on my hard drive, and there's still negatives. You still need to have storage space for this, right?
That is your negative.
That is your negative.
That is the one negative, and that's where I was kind of rebuttaling Geeb on the phone the other day. That's the one negative, but the alternative is a game key card where you have to download it on the system anyway. So
internet's always going to be slower. Yeah. So,
go ahead.
But the solution, like I said, was that it's what Sony already does. You get a Blu-ray disc, you pop it in your system, 15 minutes or less, your whole game is on your system and you can play it. No internet connection required, nothing like that. You just play the game. Now you're not playing it off the disc, right? For place, you're not, but you are still playing it. You have the file on the disc. The disc then becomes a key card that you need to insert every single time that you need to play your system. But at least you have the game. You own it. Like a monkey. Press the banana button.
Mine.
We are ape men.
My game.
And at least we have the game.
Shit.
The solution here, folks, for Switch, I'm going to get very specific about it too, because I have the exact specific solution. What did Nintendo sell for the past 8 years on cartridge? A Switch 1 cartridge. What's up, Drip?
I was going to answer your question.
Oh,
it's a Switch 1 cartridge.
They've been selling it for the past 8 years. It's cheap enough, and it has multiple different variants of storage that range from even a Silk Song could afford it, or a Mario Odyssey, or should I say Mario Galaxy 3 could afford it too. Like there's different storage sizes. So that's one of the issues with key cards, is that there's only one size storage unit for Switch 2, so that's why they're enticed to get key cards.
Also that they're slow.
So that's another reason why key cards are being sold, because as the developers of Star Wars Outlaws had pointed out to everybody, is that we use a key card mainly because the cartridges for Switch 2 are slow. Even the new cartridges, they're too slow. Your Switch 2 storage is faster than a cartridge. So we want the best experience for you. So we want the game on the storage system. Okay, back to my point here. Switch 1 cartridge is not fast enough to run this. Not even close. No. But you know what it can do? Act just like a Blu-ray disc does with Sony and the PlayStation. And just simply, you pop in your Switch 2 red
information.
All you need is a vessel for the information that doesn't require the internet. So just put the game on a red Switch 2 cartridge, but on the inside, it's simply just the Switch 1 cartridge. And all its job is to do is not to run the game, but to install the game from that copy, to copy it off that cartridge, not just copy it off the cartridge and install it on the SD card that you have in there in the Switch 2 or the Switch 2's local storage. And then it becomes a key card. You need to put it in every single time you need to play the game, because otherwise everyone could use the same copy of one game. But at that point,
it makes sense.
And it makes sense. You completely avoid a key card situation, and most of the negatives of a key card are then solved.
Yeah, the one thing that you're still having to do, and I know the Switch people, the Nintendo people are like, well, if it's on the cartridge, then you don't have to buy the storage, but like, listen, if it's on a game key card, you got to buy the storage. Like, you're going to have to buy the storage the way it is right now. This way, you're still going to have to buy the storage, but you're also going to get your game, the full game, on the cartridge. This would fix that problem. You're still going to have to buy storage, but that's the same as Sony, the same as Microsoft, the same as any other thing besides Nintendo. And I know the cartridge thing is a good thing, and everybody liked that, but we're not there. We're not there. And to get these cartridges up to the place that they could do that, they're just going to cost more money. Yeah. So then we're going to be in the same boat for a while, at least, even if they get the speeds up. I thought this was very interesting too, because we talked about this yesterday, and this was basically our entire idea for this episode. I put that video out on my channel today, and Brain Powered commented, this was way early when I put it up too. That circled part here. I'm okay with downloading patches and updates. They should really just put a compressed copy of the game that requires an install to run, which I laughed at so hard because it's basically Geeb's idea. I wanted to definitely make sure I said that and brought this up, because clearly you're not the only one who thinks this is a good idea. I honestly was against you a little bit, just because of the pushback that would come from other people. Like, well, then you got to buy storage, and I don't want to buy storage. But like, dude, you're buying storage right now. Like, regardless, like, you're buying it. Like, you're gonna have to buy the storage. That is not an option anymore. The storage is required, whether you are physical or digital. Storage is a must. You got to have it. So like, this is the way to fix it. And it's not only is it the cheapest way to fix it for Nintendo, but this is probably the way that would fix it to make everybody happy. But I want to go back to what you said earlier. this would not have been an okay thing at launch.
It's
The optics
as
this
we all
point have changed
Yeah,
so much that if they'd said this then, oh my God. No. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say that I'm just agreeing with you essentially. I mean, go ahead. There's nothing I need.
I mean, that's it. I mean, if they would have tried to do this at launch, people would have been so mad, but it would have been about what I just said. The fact that they have to buy the storage now, and that the games are on the cartridge. They should just run on the cartridge. Why don't they run on the cartridge? That would be the thing. That would be the thing people were just losing their minds about. That would be it. Not the fact that, oh, we figured out a way to get this to work.
Yeah.
And actually, for once in this generation, the cheapest way for it to work for you, because they haven't done any of that. Maybe that's why they haven't done that. Like, we're not doing something that's going to work for them cheaply. We're going to make this a very expensive fix.
We have the benefit of hindsight. And hindsight, this is a way, way, way better idea. But at launch, this would have pissed us off. It would have pissed me off. But at worst, it's just doing what the other companies do. And it's not even Nintendo games. We're talking about third-party games here.
Yeah, Nintendo still keeps them on the cartridge. Running off the cartridge.
Running off the cartridge.
So they're still doing it. But if third parties had that option, the game key card thing would be a non-issue right now. It'd be a non-issue.
Well, it wouldn't be game key cards. I mean, maybe they were called the same.
Games.
In theory, they may call them the same thing, but what they were is way different. Because it's still my idea is still a game key card, quote unquote. It's still, but what it is, it's a physical card. Whereas this card requires an internet. The cards we have right now, that we call game cards, they require they ping a server.
Right. You're taking out the middleman there. It's just card to system. Here's your information instead of my idea does to system.
My keys don't ping a server. My keys ping the physical cartridge. As long as you have the physical cartridge,
it just starts downloading
it pings the cartridge with no Wi-Fi signal required. These key cards are the same thing, but they require a Wi-Fi signal to ping a server.
Right.
And if those servers are offline, you don't get no ping. Back to the problem that we initially brought up. But these key cards, just like a Blu-ray disc in 30 years is going to be just fine. My idea for key cards is going to be just fine 30 years too, because as long as you have that plastic that still functions properly,
it'll download. Yeah,
it
good.
pings the cartridge and it downloads.
I think the only thing we're missing right now in this entire equation is the fact that we only have 64 gigabyte cards.
Yeah, but they would need to fix that, and that's an issue. We're only talking about
thing. Yeah,
I want to bring this up though, Philip, in the quick chat.
Go back to the storage of the Switch 1 because we don't need the speed.
Yeah.
You could still get the information there the same way, correct? Or no?
What was your question exactly?
Can that Switch 1 cartridge not hold? I understand it cannot play that, but can it not hold that information?
Absolutely could hold it.
Okay.
100%.
So never mind. That's not even a problem.
Because you can plug, for example, you can plug in a physical hard drive into your Xbox or PlayStation with a USB cable, and even the old fucking hard drives, just the slow spinning, hard drives, not a solid state, but the old fashioned disc spinning hard drives. You can plug those into your Xbox and you can store your games. You can't play them off there. You need to transfer it to your internal storage of your system to actually play it. But you can't store. It's just information, Drip. In theory, Drip, you can have a massive floppy drive and store a Switch 2 game.
I thought you were going with the first.
You can store a Switch.
Said massive floppy, and I was like, "What the fuck is this guy about to tell me right now?"
You can in theory, you can store a massive a floppy drive that holds a terabyte of information. That'd be the biggest floppy drive of all fucking time. But you could do it. You can play off of it, but you can do it.
I'm done with the floppy. Okay.
Floppy.
So we've solved Nintendo's problem.
Wait, Drake, hold on. I have it on the screen here. I need to bring this up because it's a great question. We should ask it. Phil from the chat asks, would they do that though? And he's referring to specifically my idea. Would they do my idea? My question back to you is, why wouldn't they want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything in this that's like what's it gonna hurt them? It's a win for everybody all around. It's a win for everybody. If this was the system, it's a win for everybody. I mean, I don't know.
It's
I have
well,
some good news.
It's a little more expensive than a key card. I imagine. I don't know. I imagine a key card is a little bit less expensive than a Switch 1 cartridge would cost.
Right, but at this point, we're talking about the internals of a Switch 1 cartridge, not what they're trying to do with the Switch 2 ones that are more expensive, 64 gigabytes.
I'm just saying, like, we're talking, even if it's pennies, it's probably still less expensive for a key card because there's no storage on there.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, at that point.
So if those pennies add up, for millions of sales and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and not millions of dollars across all developers, publishers. So you're still they're saving millions of dollars by using key cards, but the optics would change drastically if they decide to switch the flip tomorrow. Excuse me, flip the switch, not switch the flip.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if they decide the optics. The optics would have been bad at the start, but if they do it now. If they flip the switch now, the optics go really positive. And yes, they'd be losing millions of dollars, but over long periods of time, over many copies of games, and people might actually start buying more games because it's already been proven. There's data to show that key cards don't sell because people have caught on and they don't like them. Flip the optics, guys. Flip the optics, Nintendo. Do my idea.
Yeah.
It works.
All right, listen. This is the end of the show. I love that. I love everything. I have some good news. I just got a text from one Mr. Matt Moran who has told me Hero still has a weirdly sized shirt that he had to get for him. But he has also got us several shirts for free to give away to our audience. We have, I don't know how many. Let me see if I got.
You're breaking this news to me too. I didn't know this was a thing. What's happening right now?
It's literally happening right now.
What's happening right now? I know he sent a message in our he sent me an email or something recently, just like accept something. I wasn't even.
So what's
going on here?
We should have 9 shirts to give away to you guys. 9 shirts. The one that Geeb's wearing right now.
The limited edition
9
ones.
Shirts to give away to you guys. So, I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you what. Here's how we're gonna give them away.
Discord.
No, we're gonna have to tell you next week. Next week, in the beginning of the show next week, we'll tell you how you can win them.
Because Drip hasn't figured out a way to give them away yet.
Nope. That'll get you back here next week if you want a shirt.
Yes. And also that gives the people listening as well a chance to win. So apparently we're giving away 9 shirts. Thank you, Matt Moran, who made these delightful shirts that I, at this point, wear every week because, one, coherency through episode to episode, but also I love it. It's a great shirt.
Yeah, I put mine on. I wear it like around the house more because it's like, it's long enough to where it's like not, I do love it. Good shirts.
It's a great shirt. Great shirt.
Got
great
9
print.
to give away. So we're gonna do that.
Hey, Drip, what have you been playing recently?
Same thing as last week, but I do want to add in, I took a little page out of your book, and I jumped back into Donkey Kong.
Ooh, that's right. You mentioned it. Yeah.
Today. Jump back into Donkey, but same thing. I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy, which I am, dude, I just traveled so far away from the castle. Like, I didn't even realize how big this map was. Like, holy shit, I'm so far away. With the broom, I bought the most expensive. I'm an idiot. I buy like the most bougie-ass expensive brooms and dumb shit that I shouldn't be buying. I bought a broom that costs
Hogwarts Legacy. I'm sorry, my brain was still on Donkey Kong. I got you.
No, yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm buying like the most ridiculous. Like, I wanted the really dark, evil broom that has like the purple shit flying out of the back.
Yeah.
3-4 times the price of all the other brooms. So I've been trying to work my money back up from that. That was a catastrophic thing. I don't think I'm ever going to financially recover from that. But Fortnite, that, and I'm bringing back Donkey Kong. And again, Silk Song is waiting in the wings.
Yeah, me too.
As soon as Hogwarts Legacy is done, it's Silk Song.
Sweet, man. I have been playing this week exclusively Fortnite. I know I said, was it last week or the week before, I said I was kind of getting Fortnited out a little bit. I'm right. For some reason, I got the adrenaline. I got the dopamine. I am on it again.
Yeah, you know what's happening tomorrow, don't you?
No, what's happening?
The Fortnitmare stuff, I think, starts tomorrow. But, dude, K-Pop Demon Hunters in the item shop tomorrow. Let's go!
Dude, the Daft Punk skins are awesome, and I was gonna buy the Daft Punk.
They are sick. They are
but
sick.
Instead of buying Daft Punk, I think I'm just gonna buy Galaxy 2 or the double pack. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna like divert those funds. I was gonna buy the Daft Punk skins with just to buy actual video games instead. Which if me and Mrs. Geeb and I were both gonna get them, it's gonna be like $45 for both of us to get the fucking skins. We could just buy the fucking double pack for like a little bit more. Like, yeah. Anyway, lots of Fortnite. I've already gotten all the Battle Pass stuff. I'm on to the extra Battle Pass. I got the Green Ranger. I got the White Ranger. I got the Megazord. I got the second variant of the Megazord.
Yeah, with the Dragon Zord on top. Man, God, I had those toys, dude. I used to play. Oh, my God.
And I think I'm at like 100 and level 110 right now, or whatever, something like that. So I'm already working pretty far into the second level of the Battle Pass.
Zord. Yeah, I got to get the second level. I'm one more away from completing the Megazord stuff. One more away from the Dragon Zord variant.
Yeah, I got all that stuff. So I'm trying to finish out the Battle Pass in its entirety, and that's where I'm at. I'm actually I don't tonight. I might not be playing, but I've been playing with my buddies. You know, the people I used to play with. You know,
yeah, his buddies, not me.
Shout out to G-Man and Nuge. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
my
not
homies.
Me though, not me. That's cool.
Hey,
cool.
Hey, you know, Drip. How about you answer my text?
I'm out here
Drip, why don't you answer my text messages that I sent you like 3 days ago and you have not even responded to yet?
Wait, where?
Exactly. And that's the problem, Drip. You don't even know what I sent you when. Text message. Text message. You haven't responded. How am I going to get you to play Fortnite with me if 3 days ago you've ignored 2 text messages? Come on, man.
You didn't say nothing about no Fortnite.
Not Fortnite. Oh, does it have to? You're only going to respond if I text you about Fortnite?
What'd you say? What'd you want to play?
No, not play. How I'm saying, Drip, that you don't even answer my text messages. How am I going to get you to play Fortnite with me if I text you and you don't even respond to those?
I text you back all the time.
You sound like a politician right now. Answer the question, Drip.
I text you back so much. Look at this.
Yeah, sure you do.
Green. That's me.
I'm not even afraid to say it. There's not like any controversial about it. The what's his name? Well, I mean there is something controversial about it, but not about. Anyway, I'm not associated with the guy. The completionist posted a video, and I texted you the video.
I know, and I watched it.
But I texted you about it seconds after he posted it, and you never even responded. I want to talk about it with you because I think it's interesting.
Oh, well, we'll talk about. You should have brought it back up. I watched it. I
brought
watched
it back up. How about you just respond to the text? So how are we going to play Fortnite? How are we going to play Fortnite?
I see you guys on. I'm playing by myself. I see you with a full party. I'm like, man, must be nice. Must be nice over there with the boys.
Listen, we're about to hit 2 hours. We're about to hit 2 hours of the show. We're not going to do an after show. I have to pee.
No, we're not. Yeah,
so bad.
We gotta go. Like, I gotta go to bed.
Can I explain to you real quick how bad I have to pee right now?
You don't need to. You should just go pee.
This is my third one. These are 7%. I'm not okay. I need to pee.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Great show. Thank you so much for hanging out. 9 shirts given away next week. So make sure you're here live on YouTube next week.
Demi
8 o'clock
Dad.
Eastern time.
Demi Dad wants a shirt. Demi Dad, you might get a shirt. I don't even know is there even going to be 9 people who want a shirt? That's the question I have.
Dude, these could be easy to get.
If you want a shirt, get in the Discord. I guarantee you that's going to be one way you're going to need to win is Discord because we're going to need your information. And Discord's probably the way to do it. Just get in the Discord. It's in the description of the podcast. And yeah, if you want a shirt, likely you're going to get it. 9 shirts? I don't think we sold 9 shirts when we released them before. So, guys, if you want a shirt, let us know. It's this one. It's beautiful. And I appreciate you. Hey, Joe wants 8 of them.
This is also a Matt Moran special, Castle Grayskull. Look at that.
Matt Moran, you make beautiful shirts. It's great. Look. Great work.
We got fencing on the arms. I love it.
So we're going to go. No after show. I got to pee so bad. And we're going to see you guys next week. Joe, you're not getting 8 shirts.
Later, guys.